So this is what we're going to create today, but first we're going to start from scratch. G'day. So today we're going to have a play around with Remidi, and I use Scaler as well on this one just to get it in the key that I want when I'm playing around. So first up, we're just going to drop Scaler on top of our guitar sound. Again, I'm using Hydra with Neural DSP Abasi. So all I'm doing with Scaler basically is I've picked a scale, so B flat minor, and I'm just going to keys lock it. So that means that whatever notes that come out of Remidi will be stuck back into the B flat minor. It just helps with kind of like, okay, well, if you know what key you're going to be in, then it's just like, all right, that's what I want. So that's what I've used. That's what I'm using that for. So I can get rid of that. Now we're in 9/8 at 112 BPM. Let's fire up a Remidi. I've got Remidi 2. Apparently 3 is available. It has been for a while, but whatever. So Remidi goes on in the effects. So if we open up that so you can see it. So you can see I've got Remidi first and Scaler second. So Remidi basically gets a whole bunch of copyright-free stuff. You can see all the Beethoven and whatever, and just breaks it down into chunks of little samples, and then you can play them, which sounds pretty funky. I reckon we go for some, I don't know, Mozart. I don't know. Let's try this guy. So we double click on that, and now that's loaded onto my sample. So on my MIDI controller, I push any key, and it's not going to play that note. It's going to play the sample from here. So that sounds terrible, but that's all right. So I'm seeing some potential in the notes up there. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to get rid of down. I'm just going to go with up, the up notes. Way too high. I'm in the filter section, by the way. So filter, that's how I got to that. So just up, go back to slice. I'm going to transpose that down like 3 octaves. Hey, now we're talking. There you go. So we're in, yeah, we're in metal territory now. That's cool. And this happens to be 6/8, and we're in a 9/8. So that's probably going to fit reasonably well, depending on the size of the loop. You can make the loop longer. Let's just do that. Sorry, make the size of the loop, and in that size is moving it again. So let's go back to that. That looked pretty cool. Tempo, yeah, I think we can leave tempo. We can. So you could play with that if you wanted to. I'm just re-triggering that, so kind of cool. I think normal tempo sounds reasonable for starting. Let's have a gander. I've just thrown a 9/8 beat in there. Don't know what this sounds like yet. Let's just play that. That'll work, I think. That could work. And obviously with a lot of the stuff we're doing, it's just about rejigging things anyway. So we're getting some interesting stuff out of that. I kind of like that. So we'll go back to our Scaler. And what I'm going to do with Scaler is I'm going to record the notes that are coming out of Remidi into Scaler. So if I go into here, yoink, capture MIDI, I'm going to hit record. And then I am going to play this. What I want to do is I want to basically do 4 bars. So I'll wait till it looks back. All right, that sounded okay. So then we're going to stop recording, and then I'm going to drag that into my Abasi track, and let's just get that out the way. Recorded a bunch of silence to start with, which I didn't mean to do, but anyway, whatever. Yoink. And let's just get into that, because what I really want to do is have that at the start. So right on, make that on. Cool. Let me move that across. Now why it's doing that is because I've still got I do that quite a lot of time as well. The reason it's doing that is because I've still got Remidi on. So what that's doing is it's triggering the notes in on my keyboard and playing which is actually kind of cool. If I turn it off. What I could do is I could automate that and basically turn Remidi on and off and come up with two different riffs that work together in 9/8. So there you go. I mean, that sounds pretty cool as is. Again, could go into the piano roll, play with the notes in there, change it all up so it's not just all palm muting. We're going to add bass, we're going to add other guitars, we're going to add vocals, we're going to add synths, we're going to have whatever else. I just wanted to show you a quick way of getting some inspiration. I just picked a random Mozart patch, pressed a couple of keys, and bang, I've got something that I can work with. So, if you're playing around with Remidi yourself, or you've got 3, let me know how that rolls. I'm not quite sure. I haven't updated because this one works for me. Cheers for watching, and we'll catch you next time.